Close. All right. So it's saying I can't do it that way. Sorry, folks. So I hope you're not live. It says I'm live. Oh my God. All right. Sorry. I'm gonna rotate the phone. So hold on. Don't anybody leave yet. Yeah. Like this thing doesn't make sense. I thought you could turn it the wide way, but I guess not. So hold on. Okay, now we're live. As I was saying, and I thought I was live, so now I'm screwed up. Let me apologize first for thinking I was live a few minutes ago, and I wasn't. Yeah, I'm still learning how to do live on Facebook. So I'm in the studio. I'm in the studio here, Mass Pike Studios, Angel 7 Production Studios. The music you're hearing in the background was one of the productions Glen Grant did. And on the CD, it says Glen Ford. So I'm not sure what that means because Glen Grant used to name things in different ways just because he wanted to be different. So you never know what that means, whether it was for somebody named Glen Ford or if it was something that he produced for himself and he just called it Glen Ford. You never know. But that's what you're hearing in the background. Every day that I'm in this studio, and I'll talk to you a little bit about him in 1 second. Every time I go through things here in this studio, I find something new all the time. Weird things that happen too. Like one time, a friend of mine, actually Glen's bass player came here to try to, we wanted to get into the hard drives where he kept all the music so they could continue producing the music. So his bass player, M. Talawa, and Glen used to produce music. So Glen would make it here in the studio, and then he would take it to Talie's studio, and then they would add on to it. And then the artists also would come into this studio here in Mass Pike and record their vocals and then go again into Talie's studio and, perfect the vocals. So Glen Archibald Grant, was a producer and a drummer out of New York City and Trinidad and Tobago. So he was born in Trinidad and he came here in the early 60s when he was around 8 years old with his dad, Archibald Grant, and they moved to New York, and his dad set things up, and then he brought the rest of the family over, his sister and his brother and his mom, and they all came from Trinidad to New York. So he leaves behind his sister and his brother, and also 3 sons. And as far as he knows, and two grandchildren from one of his sons. And if there are any others, we don't know as of yet. But that's what he leaves behind. He left us on September 26, 2019. He lived and breathed in this studio. He was always in here recording with different artists, especially artists like Ross X, Curtis C, journalist Badu, Igina, and so many others. He would come here and produce their music. Oh, and Max Dread Manaya. And he would produce all the music in this room here in Mass Pike Studios. And then, like I said, he would take it to M. Talawa's studio. And then they'd, finish up, do the all the special effects things that have to get done and all that good stuff. So I'm in the studio right now, and today I thought I'd talk about him and tell you a little bit about I know I'm rambling because it's my first time actually talking about him and his career as a musician, as an artist, as a drummer, a top-notch drummer, a reggae drummer that did so much here in Cambridge, in Boston, when he came here. So he came to Cambridge in 1997 going into 98 with a band called U&I. And that band he was playing with up in New York was singer Shaka Black and Bigger Reed. And later, you know, Shaka Black, he had been around anyways here in Boston for a long time with Bigger Reed, his brother, and they used to play with Dub Station. So later, when Glen did finally move here, he joined up with the band Dub Station and, you know, started playing with them, and the other band in U&I stayed up in New York. And also, I think the bass player for U&I passed away, and that's partly part of the reason. But that's another story for another day. I'm here just to tell you a little bit about Glen Grant, because I'm not going to be on here a long time for my first real live feed. I just want to get the feel of how to do this. So as I said, the music in the background was something that he was working on. Sure, some the flow of this music has been around for a million years, I'm sure. But for whatever they were doing this music for, it's recorded here on this CD. Then I have I'm going to also play for you in a little bit. I'm going to give you a live.
Yeah, me big up Real Gold.
This is a live
entertainment business. Yeah, big. Check them out. Realgold.com.
A live show with the Garrison band that Glen later.
It's all about this. Diamonds are forever. Yeah, man, the big thing going on tonight.
And it's called the Garrison Live. So it was like several artists that came together on stage with
all the artists is here.
The band. And they should say, they should mention the name of the band that they gave for that night. It might be called the Garrison Band, but it had many of the artists, the musicians that Glen ended up playing with.
So big up all the people that will come out tonight to enjoy themselves. Think all in the right place tonight. See, right place on this tonight. See, the band have a tune up. Big up the ghetto people band.
Ghetto people band. Okay.
Like Diamond Plus, Easy Man Like a Rival.
I did have another CD here with Diamond Plus on it.
Big up yourself. See, Man Like Avalanche.
And I do have permission to play this.
Inside the building tonight.
It's a live performance. And obviously that is the master of ceremonies. I don't know who. I remember filming this. And I probably have a live video of this show somewhere on tape.
So, Bill's Bar, are you ready?
And this was at the Novelty Club, Bill's Bar in Boston.
Come a little closer because business, we are about to start the thing now. Take on the drinks and come a little closer. Come up a little closer, not too far. We can't feel the energy, not too far. I look at people inside here, but come up a little closer. Make the thing fit right. See? Yeah.
So the band is about to start, and I wanted you to hear it live and hear the drum track. I actually, when he first started playing with Dub Station, I was allowed on stage to film, and I captured him doing a drum solo that was so awesome. The sticks were fanning, like
All
His hands were going so fast. You couldn't even see the sticks. I must find that video. But like, I have all this footage from 1999 when I used to travel with him up and down the coastline, up to Vermont, New Hampshire, New York, upper state New York, down to Rhode Island, down to Springfield. Like, I was all over the place with him and filming him and capturing him. And I have all of this footage, but there's a problem.
Mr. Diamond.
So Diamond Plus is the one that's going to start. So I'm just going to lower it just a little bit, because Diamond Plus is a powerful singer, and he commands the stage when he's on it, and you can't help but pay attention to what he's saying. But I do want you to hear the band, so let's see. And the bass player here is, in fact, AngelNaphtalie. And on drums, Glen A. I believe on guitar it's Shizmac, Muscian.
Come a little closer. Diamond Plus, get yourself together.
On keys should be Ryder McCoy, I believe. And Usako. There's so many musicians that have gone through this band. And I try to do as best as I could the discography of writing things down, and on all the tapes that I did capture, all the footage on, everything is there. But, you know, I'm one person. I'm just one. And I was trying to do everything, you know, keep track of everything that Mr. Grant needed, videotaping, making sure he had food, making sure the band had what they needed. I did it all. I was like the manager of him and the band, even though I wasn't. But I'm pretty sure I can go on and on and on about Glen Grant. There's so much to tell you about his journey here. Before he came here, I can't really tell you too much because I wasn't part of that world, you know what I'm saying? This is Diamond Plus.
I just need nobody and a Rastafari this color. I only take it from you, but you am son of I must get executed. Long time me wanted them with me tip boot, and the El King Selassie I purpose the root. I tell them signal they don't want to go see truth, especially all of the woman wonders.
And then I'm gonna get the Soldiers band up. That's important.
Material things that they might them follow. Well, enough of them now like this song because it is truth. Well, so me beg the youth them play the horn and flute, cause every time we chant the massive gathering group. And if them want a war, then me send for me too. Rastafari, him and the golden root. Chop off them lip and take off them throat. Up and put the hand on your shoot. Pull up that get the people. Bring it back again, get the people. How are you feeling, Boston? Good night, Diamond Plus is here. Let me officialize it. It's me. And this one is brand new for all of the ladies, you know. Come like to the sing brand new show, like I mean they're brand new thing, you know. How do you say brand new? Say brand new. Oh, God. Love to see the fans over there. Listen, ladies, I'll bet you something. Excuse me, fine mister, you mind if I talk with you? Talk with you, my girl. I want to tell you all the lovely things I would like to do. Just for you, my girl. Excuse me, fine ladies, do you mind if plus sing for you? Sing for you, my girl. I want to tell you all the lovely things I would like to do.
Well, I can't play Soldiers because somehow it's not where it's supposed to be.
love how you're nice dress, man, you smell sweet too. And press another of the style, you can be my boo. I see the fire in your eyes, so I know love's true. All you really, really need a man that care for you. To be there for you, and always share for you. While you're breathing and your heart and the place for you. So from the start, baby girl, I know I...
Yes, that's Diamond Plus in the background. I don't want to be on here too long the first time I do something. What is it saying? Welcome. They always want to put stuff where I can't read it. Welcome to the chat. Oh, he's just telling people if they want to chat, they gotta, be decent. No problemo. No problemo. All right, we're gonna go about 5 or 10 more minutes. We will do more on Glen Grant for sure, but I don't want to do it all in one day, Let's see what's going on with this one. Nah, everything I want to play is like not playing. Why is that? That's not cool. All right. Okay. So it's like that. No problem. We will it's like I hear it playing, but it's not playing. Some things just aren't meant to be played, I guess. But we know that's playing.
Hold on, let me tell you where I'm from. You want to know where I'm from? Listen.
I do have journalist Bandu, who was one of his artists. He produced his music. Some of it, not all of it.
The Virgin Islands is where I come from. If you're proud to be a native son. In the Caribbean is where you come from. If you're proud to be a native son. The Virgin Islands, look. I don't have nothing against these nations, but please don't mistake me to be no Haitian, 'cause I'm a man.
There we go. There we go.
I need you, girl. I need you now. I need your love.
These are songs that journalists wanted to perform, I guess. They're not the songs that I want to hear right now. Because I have to watch out for copywriting, you know what I mean? You got to watch out for the copyright stuff. So I can't just play anything, and I don't have anything here. I don't have anything here that... I don't have nothing here. This is crazy. But I wasn't prepared, so I'm being honest. All right? I'm being honest. I wasn't prepared to play a whole lot of music anyway. So I'm not going to get upset. But you can hear this live thing. I wonder if I can... No, I can't skip through it. Oh, I thought I could skip a song maybe, but no. Diamond Plus.
Back at it again, D plus and his friends, and you know how I do it from the start to end. Don't fake or pretend, be a girl me defend. Passy hold disrespect me, them life again. Stay set in the trend, enough money we spend, and every day I done a hot girl, never will end, and they never will stop. I made it straight to the top, no matter how much them a fight and a hold you up. Still kicking the flow, dynamic flow. Why you think you have? Pull up on the day of the show. All my niggas them know, we don't fight over hoes. Any girl that you want, nobody knows. This is the way we roll, This is the way we roll. This is the way we roll.
Yes, okay. That's the way it goes. And that's the way we roll. I just wanted to give you a brief introduction. I didn't even tell you who I am, right? I'm AngelNaphtalie. I've been on the radio for since 19 no, sorry. I take that back. 2001. I started my first radio show with the Caribbean Connection with David Cadillac Martin on WRCA 1330 AM station in Cambridge. And I was part of that show for a good 15, 20 years. I lost track. It's like sometimes you lose track of how long you're doing something. And what's it doing? Oh, it thinks I should be loading something. Yeah, and so I was part of that show for a long time. And then we left the radio station in Central Square and then went over to Dorchester. Now, for me, I'd always wanted to be into radio, always. And that being said, I was practicing and pretending to do radio when I was a little kid. And eventually, I had kids and that kind of slowed me down. And I moved to Boston. And then I decided to go to school for radio broadcasting, television, and recording arts. First, I started at the Columbia School of Broadcasting, and then I was transferred over to Northeast Broadcasting, which is now called New England School of Media Arts something. It might not even be that anymore. It might be entirely different. I should have went to Emerson ERS, but I didn't know about it at the time. And it was the challenge of someone telling me, "Oh, you can't do radio. You can't go on radio. You can't even talk right." And I'm like, anybody who tells me I can't do something, they must be mad. You don't tell me I can't do something. You can't do that. I'm going to do it just because you said I can't. And that's how that took place. Was I found a school, I got in, and I've been on a roll ever since. I only stopped doing it because the Caribbean Connection went through its phases of growing and retiring, and David Martin still hasn't gotten back into doing it. So we never got back on the airwaves. But we talk about it a lot. We talk about other ways that we could do radio or do commentary like what I'm doing right now. I could do live feeds. And the problem is that what I like to do and how I like to play local artists is that you have to be careful about the music that you play. It's some of it's copyrighted, and even though I have tons and tons and tons and tons of music because I was in radio, and an artist would send this music to us because they wanted it played. And I have tons of reggae music. I have R&B, I have soul, I have funk, mostly reggae music from Heartbeat Records and Caribbean music. I have all of that, and I can't even play it because of copyright issues, even though I have permission to play this music. The way it's done now, even for David and I, we had a hard time playing it on a radio station. We'd have to fill out these long forms, and I mean, we weren't making no money off of it. We're just trying to help the artists out and get their music out there. And that was what was important, because I interned at KISS 108. I'm not putting them on the spot or anything, but I interned for them while I was going to radio school. And I interned there. I was only supposed to be for like 3 weeks. And I ended up being there for 6 months, I believe. They liked me so much. They just kept me around. I was a good worker. And I realized that those big radio stations get paid big money by the artists who come in because they want their music played. So it's payola. It's how those radio stations operate. Is I want my music played, so I'm paying you, the radio station, play my music, and you'll get paid. You don't play my music, you don't get paid. So, and also commercials, a lot of commercials had to be played in that. And the radio station that David and I were in, we had to generate our own income by selling commercials, meaning I come to you and you need exposure on our radio station, maybe you're a restaurant, and we say, okay, we'll make you a commercial and we'll put it on our airwaves, and depending on how many times you want us to play this commercial will be how much we have to charge you for it. Now that's more logical, you know what I'm saying? And for a musician trying to sell their CDs, or a band or artist or whoever, their way of making money off of the airplays is by how many times it got played. The royalties go to the artist, which is what it should have. That's exactly what should happen. It shouldn't be any other way around that. But it's all complicated. As most of you may know, how Bob Marley had to operate because he wasn't getting paid for he wasn't even getting the music out there on the radio because people weren't doing it, and he had to be forceful about it in many ways, and that's why he is the legend that he is because he had to pursue it. But the way the radio stations operate now is not that way. Me, I love playing music, so you wouldn't have to even pay me to play the music. Just give me your CD and I would have played it, right? But now Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of that makes it complicated to do that. So I can only do so much here, and only a little bit of it. And I will figure it out down the road, and then I will try to do a radio broadcast. I would love to do some interviews with artists, and then that way I can promote their music by playing it here, and then having interaction with the artists, either a two-way or just voice. I would love to start doing that. I just got to figure out how all this technology works. I'm still new to it. So not new to it, but new to the way YouTube does it. I know how to do it on the other platforms, but here is a whole nother ball game. They want so much out of you that it makes it complicated. But no problem. I'm grateful, YouTube. I'm grateful that I'm finally getting to be live. And I've got my life and my journey to share with you. And that's what I want to do. So feel free to leave your comments. And there's a little caption on the bottom that says, keep your comments clean and whatever, respectful. Please do that. If you are a troll, I will block you. So please don't even do that. If you are liking what I'm doing, or you have some ideas of things that you would like me to do, feel free to drop that down below in the comment section. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram under AngelNaphtalie. I don't know what else to talk about. I did tell you about Glen Grant. This is his studio. He lived and breathed and worked in here, and he also left this planet in here in this room. So it's a very special room. The drum set is behind me. I don't know if you can see it. Let me stand up. Get out the way. Get out the way. Hi-hat. The drums are over here. Okay. So you can see all that. I'm not going to play tonight, but I play these drums. We bought this drum set together. This drum set is called Naphtali. And most of you who were a fan of Glen Grant's know this drum set because it's been out there on the road, and it will never come out of this studio again. It will stay right here. The kids learn on it. I practice on it because I was a former drummer back in the day, and I'm going to continue to play drums. Where's Benji? Benji. Here's Benji. Yep, this is Benji. And my kungas are way over there in the corner. You probably can't see them, but they're over there. Let's see if you can see them. They're over there. My bongos freaking frack. They were still out in the car. So I take them to the park sometimes. I take Benji too, but Benji's in the house today. It's too damp out there. So I'm a drummer. I'm a musician. And I'm going back to becoming the drummer that I am. I kind of put a lot of things on hold, and like I said, there's so much to talk about. I could keep going forever and talk. But if you want to know more about me, you got to follow me, subscribe to my channel. I'm so grateful for the mint. I'm so grateful for all of you who have subscribed so far, because by subscribing, you have made this possible for me to do live feeds and talk about my life, talk about my journey, and talk about Glen Grant as well. And just life in general, as much as I can share things with you. If I'm out in nature and I want to bring you with me, I'm going to start doing some live feeds like that. It's one thing to just videotape things and then upload the videos, but it's better when you can interact. And even though none of you know I'm even on right now, because I've not seen anybody tune in, so I'm pretty sure you don't even know I'm live, and that could be my fault, but I will post it anyway, and I will do another one maybe say Friday or Saturday. I'm not going to put a date in here yet. I want to try to be consistent, but I have to align myself. So that being said, I'm going to end this session with saying thank you for allowing me to be part of your life. I'm AngelNaphtalie, and I got so much to share with you. So I do hope that you will join me the next time I go live, or at least watch this video once it's uploaded and processed. And I want to show you a picture. Here's a picture of me and Glen when we first started dating. Miss that guy. I miss him. But life goes on, and he's always with me, and he's pushing me to do the drums. So I am going to continue on with this journey of mine. In the meantime, I hope you all stay safe, and we'll talk soon. All right? But come join me next time. Ciao. Peace and love.